Hey guys, my name is Kylie.
I'm B.
And I'm Flawless Mistake, and welcome to the No Budget Randomonium podcast. This week we have horror tropes.
Basically, like when you're watching a horror movie and you see the main character do something just so dumb and it just fills you with rage. Yeah,
You just start screaming at the TV. Yeah.
Yeah, they used to do commercials like that too. I think there's like a Geico commercial that does that.
Let's hide in the attic.
No, in the basement. Why can't we just get in the running car?
Are you crazy? Let's hide behind the chainsaws.
Smart. Yeah, okay.
If you're in a horror movie, you make poor decisions. That's what you do.
This was a good idea. Shh, I'm being quiet. Breathing on me.
If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Oh, I bet Geico would do that. They would jump on that freaking bandwagon so quick.
Yeah,
I
hold
feel
on,
like
let
I
me
remember
see if
that.
I can remember. I might put it in the podcast, but I think it was like a group of people and like some killer with a chainsaw was chasing them, and then there's like a shed full of like killer materials, like shovels and axes or whatever, and they're like, why don't we just go in there instead of like getting in the car and driving away? Like, it's the craziest stuff.
It makes no sense. Like
Yeah.
my example that I've been using is like running away from a monster or whatever. And you run past the wide open front door to go upstairs or downstairs to the basement instead. Like just run out the door. It's right there.
Yeah, exactly.
That literally drives me crazy. I love when there's like tools that they can use or something and they just walk right past it. Or like
Right.
they're trapped in a basement and there's a cellar door to get out and they just don't even try because they're like, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
I think the scary movie,
I was just gonna say
franchise
that.
kind of did that.
Yeah.
Where was it the first one? And she's like, there's a set of knives sitting on the counter, and she goes and grabs the banana instead of the knives. Like,
Yeah.
man, I know it's supposed to be a funny.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a
joke on
spoof,
horror
but
movies,
yeah.
It definitely makes sense. Like, there you go, throw a banana at him. Mario freaking logic.
Right.
People slip on banana peels all the time, man.
Yeah, that's the one thing in horror movies that never got me. It's like when the survivors are like running away from the killer, like why do they always trip over nothing? Like literally nothing.
And then it takes them forever to stand back up.
Yeah, and then they just end up dying to the killer.
Like my adrenaline would have me up in like 2 seconds flat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like my adrenaline would have me gone into like the next country. Like that killer would not be able to see me. Especially if it's like Michael
and I
Myers.
just kept running.
Yeah, especially if it's like Michael Myers or Jason, they just walk at you, so there's no way they're catching me.
True.
No, that's what I'm saying, bro. It's like the thing with like the snail. How if you're a mole,
Yeah.
and like the snails just keep coming at you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like, dude, how hard is that?
Like I can understand it. It would be a lot harder if it was like a scenario like Scream. Obviously there's multiple ghost faces, and if it's just the one, they're gonna run at you. But if it's like Michael Myers or Jason, yeah, I'm in the next country.
Yeah, the only thing about Michael Myers is just that he almost is invincible.
True.
And like that, I don't know, like after that fire scene and he got out of the house that like was burned down, it's like, how do you do that? There had to have been some supernatural stuff, but if we're talking like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that was stupid.
Yeah.
which Texas Chainsaw Massacre is kind of based. It's loosely based on a true story.
Right.
Ed Gein.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just like it's normal people, like that. I feel like I don't know. I feel like that's different because it truly is just regular people that are sick, and it's like, okay, how do I get away from these people?
Mhm.
Like that's when you grab a kitchen knife and you start going to town.
Exactly. Especially like, okay, I get it. Leatherface is like, pretty big, but it's all like he would have to spend some time revving up that chainsaw. So it's like you have all the time in the world to get a weapon and I don't know,
For
do
real,
some
everybody
type of
knows it don't
damage.
start.
Yeah. Like you could do some type of damage as he's like revving it up.
Right? Like it never starts on the first pull. I
Yeah.
don't know, that stuff irritates me. Or I'm like, okay, this like I don't know. He's a big guy. And doesn't he have like some mental disability?
Mm,
I thought there was something like wrong with him.
possibly. I
who-
mean, there's so many iterations of Leatherface. It's kind of, I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it always seemed like he was maybe, I don't know, possibly autistic. Because I mean, even though I
You're gonna
guess,
piss some people off with it.
well, I mean, it's not wrong because like they keep treating him like he's a child.
Yeah, that's like what I'm saying. It's like he's mentally like set back.
Yeah,
Well, aren't they kind of? Isn't that family kind of like the Wrong Turn family?
like
They're like
cannibals.
inbred.
Oh,
Inbred, yeah.
yeah,
They're
I'd say
inbred
so.
and they're cannibals.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm looking this up. I'm pulling up my Google friend real quick because I'm curious now.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm saying. Like, if they're inbred, they can't be smart.
Yeah.
I mean, the only one that was technically was always the sheriff.
Oh, I forgot about the sheriff.
Yeah, he was like the only one that was smart. Like, honestly.
Yeah.
It is heavily implied in the third film that they are inbred.
Oh,
So Leatherface is explained that the Sawyer family engaged in inbreeding, something that was heavily implied in the third film.
oh, yikes.
I feel like you could just tell from looking at them, too.
Yeah, they did look mad crazy.
Yeah. But, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Did y'all see that movie? I think it was X. It's just called X.
Yes.
But they're like filming the adult video.
Yeah, it was inspired somewhat by Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, a little bit. But what bothered me about that movie is they're literally old people. These people are like in their 80s, and it is a group of like 5 or 6 young adults. And I'm
Right.
like, okay, come on now. Old people are not strong. They're frail. Like, you could just run, and I feel like you could get away from them.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong
I
there.
have not seen that.
Yeah, it's part of
Oh,
a
that's a good
trilogy.
movie.
It's X, Pearl, and then Maxine.
I haven't
'Cause
watched Maxine yet.
It says that Jenna Ortega and Brittany Snow are in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to add that to my list to watch then. 'Cause I'm
Yeah.
curious about
I
it.
think Pearl's the best out of the three.
Pearl was real good.
Yeah. But just because of like Mia Goth.
Yeah, Mia Goth's very talented. No, that was a movie that I've seen that like has always stuck with me. Because
That's
I'm just
fair.
like, Damn. Good movie, but I don't know. If I'm being held captive by some old people, bro, you gotta like start sweeping their ankles and shit, you know? They
Yeah,
don't
you
fall down,
know.
break a hip, it's over.
Yeah. Yeah,
Unless you're
honestly.
the oh my god, what was that family name? The Resident Evil 7 family.
Oh, I want to say
Fuck that.
Bakers. Was it
Yes,
Bakers?
Bakers. Yeah.
That family
But they
was
were
crazy.
That family
yeah,
was
they were
crazy.
something.
No,
That
that was a
grandma
great
scared
game.
me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, golly, I forgot about that. That is such a good game.
Mm-hmm. See,
Um,
I'm a big old baby with that game. Like I'll play I'll play Village all day and be fine. I cannot play 7.
Yeah, 7 definitely went back to like the Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2, like horror roots. Like, oh man.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I played the demo. Oh my god. And you play like that whole the whole VHS segment. Oh yeah, that mess was
Yes.
crazy.
So the only way I can play it is I play it on the husband's profile because he's beat it and he's got like those achievements where you get unlimited ammo and stuff like that.
Okay.
So that's the only way I can play.
You know what?
gosh.
That's
Give
fair.
me the unlimited ammo. I'll freaking run through the game
That's
with my
fair.
eyes
No.
closed.
Think about like Outlast.
Mm.
Those are
Terrifying.
cannibals. They have a multiplayer game called Outlast Trials.
Yeah, I have
Carlos
it.
played that, didn't you?
Yeah,
I have it too, and I really want to play it.
Oh yeah, we should definitely play it sometime. That game is pretty challenging, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's up to 3.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
Yeah, something like that. But it's pretty
That would be a
challenging.
good
Like they give you
game.
objectives. None of it, in my opinion, feels repetitive. Thank God.
That's
But no,
good.
it's actually scary. Like truly scary.
Yeah, that would be a good game for the 3 of us to play, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that a while ago, and I keep forgetting about it, but it looked scary as fuck. And I was like, man, I gotta play that.
Yeah, that's one thing I need to stream as well, because I've always seen Outlast 1 and 2, but I've never played them.
Yeah,
So I definitely need to play them for like content.
that would be good, because those games are popular.
Yeah, honestly.
They are, yeah. I see people playing them all the time.
Yeah, I can't play it by myself, because I'd get scared.
I just wonder, because like, do you have to, like, I guess for YouTube, and I guess Twitch is a little bit more lenient, but like, do you have to blur like their peens? Because I mean, in the game,
definitely on YouTube.
yeah, I was gonna say some of the dude's peens are out. So
Yeah, I've seen people play it. Like, I'll be scrolling through TikTok, and some of the TikTok lives of them playing it, they'll just completely block the screen. I'm like, well, if
Okay.
you want to see this, you gotta go over to Twitch. I'm like,
okay,
okay.
I got you. But I guess going back on topic, one of my favorite movies, besides a movie we'll probably talk about later, which is Tucker and Dale versus Evil. One of my favorite movies of all time actually plays into the horror tropes as well, which is Cabin in the Woods. I don't know if y'all
That's
seen that
first on my
movie,
list.
but oh my
That is first on my list.
So, quick
Yeah, that's a
story.
good
I
one.
saw this movie in theaters and I did not like this movie at all. I was like, this movie is dumb. It is stupid. It makes no sense. And then I think I ended up watching it on like Netflix or whatever. And for some reason, the second time around, I understood the whole movie and I was like, this is hands down one of my favorite movies of all time.
Cinematic masterpiece.
Because I didn't
It
realize,
really
like,
is.
yeah, I didn't realize, like, it played into the horror tropes, like, literally from the start. I was like,
It's literally what it's all
"Oh."
about, yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen that movie in so long, but it is so good.
Yeah, and I
And
still
to think
think,
it came out in 2012, like, come on.
right?
Yeah, like a long time ago.
It's such a yes. It
And
doesn't
I-
feel like it's been that long, but
Yeah, and I still think one of the best scenes in horror history is the monster reveal scene when they're all in the cubes. Oh my god.
Oh my god, yes.
So
It
good.
was like 13th Ghost almost.
Yes. So good.
Kylie, what were you saying?
I was just trying to think, isn't like Chris Hemsworth in that?
Yeah. Yeah,
Is
he
he?
is. Yeah, because he's the one that he makes that like
He's like the
crazy
jock.
speech, and yeah, he's like the jock. And then he rides the motorcycle into the invisible
yeah.
dome or whatever.
I had to look up
It
the
was just
cast.
so weird to see him in a movie like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so that's one of my favorite movies of all time. But as of recently, well, not recently, but probably like a couple of years ago, I found out that there was a little plot hole in that movie that I never realized. So, I guess spoiler warning for whoever hasn't seen it that's watching the podcast. Pretty much, I guess five people have to die to pretty much please the gods, right? I think that's like the whole concept. But every time someone dies, you can pretty much see like their, what do you call it? Oh, you can see their vitals like as they die. So
like their stats. Vitals, yeah.
Exactly. So a little plot hole is with the guy being high and him never dying, they technically could have saw his vitals the entire time because they had in a previous scene it showed all of the characters and their vitals. So they would have known the whole time that the dude that was high never died.
Wait,
what?
I thought that he and another spoiler warning, the end of it was the something in the Virgin that was on that plate. And it was the stoner and that one girl. They didn't die?
No. They died at the end. But remember how like technically the stoner was supposed to die like second or third or whatever because he got dragged out of the window from the cabin? Like technically that's when he was supposed to die, but then you see him at the very end because like he never died. But technically the people who were controlling it technically could have and should have saw his vitals and known that he would have never died.
That's true.
Because
I see what you're getting at now.
Yeah. But other than that, I think the movie is just, I mean, even with that flaw, I think it's perfect. I think that movie is legitimately perfect.
The one thing that really freaked me out in that movie was the unicorn.
Yeah. That was so random. Oh my god.
I hated it so much.
That unicorn, like, killing that one doctor or whatever.
Yeah, I think I had the picture of the unicorn stabbing its horn through that doctor's stomach as my cover photo on Facebook for the longest time.
Are you serious? Oh my god.
I am 100% serious.
That is metal.
I know. Well, I'd like to call myself like an elder emo, so that I was emo with my
That's hilarious.
But yeah, it was my cover photo for the longest time.
Now I know I guess one more thing about the movie. I know one major complaint about the movie that a lot of people had for some reason, which I didn't really have a problem with. I didn't really have a problem with it. Was so when Chris Hemsworth rides the motorcycle into the invisible dome, in a previous scene, you see a bird fly into the dome and then freaking run into it and die. People were saying that they shouldn't have revealed that so early on. So when Chris Hemsworth drove into the invisible dome, it would actually been like a shock factor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really have a problem with it, but I can see their complaint. You know, it makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like foreshadowing.
Yeah, exactly.
Foreshadowing in movies is so sick.
Yeah.
As soon as I found out what that was, I was like, whoa.
But I will say horror movies are definitely getting better at what's the word I'm looking for? They're getting better at, I guess, removing horror tropes. So I guess, for example, is like the horror trope of paranormal movies where they're like, oh yeah, why don't they just like move and like leave the house or whatever? Like, yeah, they could, but I mean,
And then they do when it follows them.
yeah. But I feel like a perfect movie that like kind of removes that horror trope is Conjuring. How like the wife is tied to the house because of the spirit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that
No, that
makes
was
sense.
a good one.
Yeah.
I really, really liked the first Conjuring movie.
Yeah.
The second one, oh my gosh, I'd have to say my favorite part in the second one was where the man comes down the hallway. You know what I'm talking about? They like what was he called?
Are you talking about the
He has
Crooked Man?
the Crooked Man, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yes, dude, that scene was so cool.
Yeah,
I
he
think
like
about that
comes out the tent and then follows a little boy down the hall or whatever.
Yeah, and he gets like bigger and bigger and yeah, no,
Yeah.
that was so good at creating like, oh shit, you know, like if I saw that, I'd pass away. I'd just lay down and die.
Yeah, just accept it. Yeah.
No, for real, like that ain't. I'd be like, cool.
Yeah,
Just
I definitely go back and forth of like which one is my favorite because the first one I love that movie. That movie's dark. You know, it doesn't hold back. You know, rest in peace the doggo. Like that movie doesn't hold back.
that was so sad.
Yeah, exactly. But the second one is also really dark too, especially like at the end credits of you can like hear the recording and see the photos
Yeah,
of the actual family. Like that mess is really dark.
that's one thing that'll always get me is when it says it's based off a true story.
Mm-hmm.
Because you notice movies that say they're based off a true story, they don't do the horror tropes.
Yeah,
They don't do the stupid shit.
true.
And so I think that's just what makes it so much more believable.
Yeah. Now I will say I mean, obviously with the first one and the second one being so good, I had so
The
much
third one
hope
was
in the
trash.
third one. Yeah.
Oh my god, it was so bad.
I had so much hope in the third one just because like I mean that was definitely based on a true story because I mean there's been so many people that have like committed like heinous crimes and they're just like, oh yeah, the devil made me do it. You know what I mean? So it's all like, okay, this is gonna be really dark. Like this is gonna be really good. And then it was about love between Ed and Lorraine Warren. And it's just like, no, I kind of want to see like, don't get me wrong, like have moments of that in the movie, but don't make the movie all about love. You know what I mean? In a
Literally,
horror movie. Yeah.
the beginning was good.
Yeah, yeah.
I had like very high hopes, and then it just slowly like fell apart.
Yeah. I will say though, I am excited for this last one though.
I haven't seen the trailer for it yet. I need to watch it.
Yeah.
I really need to catch up on movies.
Yeah, I love horror movies. They're always my go-to. If somebody's like, "Let's watch a movie," I'm like, "Okay, let's see what they got. Let's see what new horror's out."
Yeah.
Some of those Netflix ones are. Some of them are horrible. Some of them are really good.
Yeah. I was gonna say going back to oh god. Going back to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Did you see the one on Netflix?
Or it's the two sisters.
Yes.
Yeah,
That movie was
I
so bad.
yeah, it was not The best.
B, there was literally a line in that movie, and I swear to God, you could look at the trailer. So let me give you like a little scenario, because I promise you, do not watch. Avoid this movie. Avoid it at all costs.
It's a waste of time.
But there was this one scene where Leatherface goes on a bus full of people, and they all have their phones out, and this one Asian dude is all like, "Try anything, bro, and you'll get canceled." Oh my God, the level of cringe.
What?
I
It was
swear
so
to God,
bad.
it's in the trailer. It is in the trailer. It is so
Yeah.
bad.
What the? No. Okay. Yeah.
Because it was like a tour bus.
Yeah, because what they were trying to do is they were trying to
Oh, hold on. The Asian said that to Leatherface?
Yes. While
Yes.
he had his phone out and they were live streaming it.
Well, I mean, that is kind of today's,
Yeah, but
mentality.
to like
So it
have
kind
that,
of plays into that.
but it's all
Oh
like
my God.
you have like a scene like that in a serious movie. You know what I mean?
That's what was
Mhm.
It's just
crazy.
it's so cringe, bro. And then like by the end of it, like one of the sisters' head gets cut off, and then the other sister is like driving away in a Tesla.
Oh yeah, that was funny shit.
Come
They
on,
put it on
bro.
autopilot.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh,
This
it
sounds like a
was
clusterfuck of stupidness.
it was so bad.
I forgot about that.
It was so
That
bad.
shit had me hollering.
Yeah, avoid this movie. Pretty much like if you are somewhat interested, just watch the trailer and you've seen the entire movie.
Okay.
It
Yeah, I don't
is
even have
bad.
Netflix, so I wouldn't be able to watch it anyways.
Okay, good. Whew.
I completely forgot about that. Yeah, no, that fucking Tesla scene. And she's sitting there screaming and like
Yeah.
she's like, I can't stop the car.
It's so bad. But I will say a horror movie that is good in my opinion. And I played the game to it on my YouTube is Incantation. If y'all haven't seen that, if you guys are into foreign horror, oh yeah, that movie is really good.
Okay, let me look this up.
Yeah, I'm looking it up too.
Yeah, Incantation. Oh my God.
To Taiwan. Oh, dude, we tried to watch this,
It's scary. Like it's legitimately scary.
but it's not in English,
Yeah.
and I'm really
It's not
bad
even like.
about reading.
Oh, okay. I have subtitles on everything I watch.
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah, no. I watched the trailer for that and I was like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was hoping they'd make like an English dub of it.
Yeah.
Because I need to be able to hear and read.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Chinese and Mandarin. Okay. People also ask, is it safe to watch Incantation? No.
What do y'all think about Hereditary?
I didn't watch it.
I had to watch that movie like twice before I understood it.
Yeah, you kind of have to. I like that movie. Yeah, you kind of have to watch it twice. It's like when you watch it the first time, like a lot of it is gonna make sense, but there's gonna be some scenes that are gonna be like, okay, this doesn't fit into the movie, so it doesn't make sense to me until you watch it that second time, and it's like, oh, okay, that
Yeah,
kind
then
of
it's
makes
like,
sense now.
ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah, when I first watched it, I was like, this is dumb. This was a waste of my time.
yeah,
And then I like actually sat down. Sorry, I'm yawning. I actually sat down and watched it, and I was like, "Whoa!"
yeah. Have y'all seen It Follows?
Yeah. Oh, I hate that movie so much.
I like the concept, but that's one of those movies where I feel like the main character could have like avoided that horror trope tenfold. Because it's all like, it's always going to follow you, but it's like, just move to the next country, just move to the next state. Like, it's not like it's running at you, it's literally walking towards you, and you're the only one that can see it, so it's all like, why don't you just leave?
The only problem with that is it just, like, spawns in. It's not like it's one single person.
Yeah, that's
Her.
true.
It, like, takes... The movies like that give me so much anxiety.
I'll give you that one. That is true.
That is like my worst fear. Or like Talk to Me.
I was gonna mention that movie. I love that movie.
That movie is super good, but oh my god, the almost panic attack I had watching it.
Yeah.
It was like the scene with the little brother.
Wait, hold on. Have you seen it, B?
Nope.
Do you want to see it, B?
You can tell me all about it. I will forget everything. And
okay, my bad. Go ahead, Kylie.
The best friend in that movie made me so mad. I was literally screaming at my TV, like, "What is wrong with you? Why would you do this?" And then that scene with the little boy.
Yeah.
And the tape. Oh my god, dude!
See, that's like
the thing stuck in my head.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing too about that movie is like it could have avoided the horror trope of like, okay, just leave the hand there, and everyone can just leave. But no, as soon as that happened, all hell broke loose, and you couldn't leave at that point. You had to pretty much stay and explain yourself.
No, for real. And like, it was the fact that the older sister was like, "No, he's not gonna do this." But the best friend was such like an attention seeker.
Yeah, the main character. Yeah.
It just, it made me so mad, dude. The entire time, it's like, no, you deserve to die.
Yeah, pretty much what this movie is. B is like there's like this. I'm done. I mean, you know, but there's like this ceramic hand, and it pretty much acts as like a drug / Ouija board. So pretty much,
I think I've seen the trailer to it.
Okay. But the scene that we're talking about of like pretty much the horror trope could have avoided itself altogether is they were all playing with it like during like a party or whatever. And yeah, it's they like could have
brought it or something.
Yeah, and they could have pretty much, you know, had their little fun and avoided everything. But then the main character's best friend's younger brother wanted to play with it, and
the sister was like, "No,
he's
not gonna play with it."
Because pretty much what it is,
was freaked out.
Yeah, because pretty much what it is like when you say "talk to me" and they like accept the spirit, like pretty much the demon or spirit goes within you, and
you let go of the hand before like a minute or something.
Yeah, because then they'll want to stay and then, you know, do some crazy stuff as we saw, but pretty much the spirit took over the little boy and it went over like a minute or whatever, and the little boy bashed its own head in
on the edge of a table,
multiple times, and then flew to like a window and was gonna bash his head again into like, I don't know, some edge of like a fireplace or something. And he was just like gashing blood and
it was just, I don't know, it was like they knew that the minute had passed and she was like, "No, it's okay, everybody's having fun."
Well,
even though everybody was like, "Dude, stop."
Yeah, what it was though is the demon was impersonating the main character's mom. So she had like a moment of weakness because the main character's mom ended up passing, but the demon ended up impersonating the main character's mom, so the main character had a moment of weakness. But the demon took that as like a, you know, as like a, okay, I'm gonna kill this little boy now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was so sick and twisted because she was like, "Wait, Mom?" And she just wanted to talk to her mom, which I totally understand. But it's like, dude, no, there was basic rules. And then the main character at the end, she ends up being on like the other end of the hand.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Like, it's
'Cause
so
it-
good.
You guys need to make me a list of these freaking movies, and I'm just gonna sit and watch them all in one day.
And surprisingly, that movie is made by some YouTubers.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
Yeah,
my
it's,
language, sorry.
Second one, right?
yeah, it's you can look up their channel. Their channel name is Raka Raka. Shout out to Raka Raka. But yeah, they're two brothers, I think, from Australia, and the whole movie is made in Australia, I think. And yeah, they got a distributor, which was A24, and then yeah, they made the movie, and they made a second movie that I think comes out this month or next month called Bring Her Back, which I don't know if it has a tie-in to Talk to Me, but if it does, cool. What were you gonna say, B?
Oh, sorry, I blinked.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I have a really bad I love watching movies, but I have not sat and watched a movie in ages. The newest one that I've actually seen was the first 3 Hell Houses, and I think that's the only movies I've really watched recently.
Okay.
Which is why I tell you guys, please make me a list, and I will sit and watch them. I promise you.
Yeah. Have you do
It's
you
not
get
that
a
I don't
chance?
have the time. I get bored easily. My brain doesn't function.
I
It's
got
hard
you.
to sit and make yourself sit and watch them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like watching movies at home, because I can just pause it and go do whatever, and then come back and finish the movie.
But I mean, that's the same reason why TikTok blew up and YouTube Shorts, because people just watch something and understand it in 30 seconds or less. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I mean isn't bad. But did you get a chance to watch the new Hell House?
I haven't. The number 4. No, I think I tried to sign up for the Shudder, but I was trying to put my Cash App card on there, and it was like, we don't take these kind of cards because they're prepaid. I'm like, just take it.
Lame.
I don't want to put my real card on there. But I will probably just do it anyways, because I really want to see it.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be about the clown.
Mm-hmm.
Like the
the
backstory on
origin
the clown
story,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Like I said, I have one gripe with that movie, but I will not spoil it for you, but you'll probably see it. Like I said, it's good up until a certain point. I'll just say that.
Okay. Yeah, because I had some gripes about at least the first one. I took a little bit of notes on it. Oh, what the heck was his name? There was one of the male characters was getting freaked out because Alex was being weird. The main character guy.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I'm leaving or whatever. And then they got him out in a field and were trying to talk. And he's like, okay, I'll stay. They told him the truth about it, which I later in the second movie, I think they actually tell you what actually was going on.
Right. You're right.
But, he would have lived if they would have just let him go.
Yeah. I would say
and the way that the third one ended was amazing.
Yes. What is
And
it?
very
Lake
sad.
of Fire? I think that's what it's
Yeah.
called. Yeah.
The first and the third one were my favorites. The second one I could have lived without watching.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I will say there was, because the first time I saw it, I will say there is one scene when I first saw it that scared the mess out of me. And it was that scene, I forgot his character's name. I think it was pretty much the cameraman of the group.
Are you talking about the first one?
Yeah, and he had his own room, and he was pretty much the cameraman. And then he would record himself talking at night on his bed or whatever. But there was one specific night where there was a woman underneath a blanket or what? No, I think she was just
leaned up
sitting
against
there.
the wall.
Yeah, that scared the mess out of me.
And he puts the cover over himself and the camera,
Yeah.
and then kind of looks. He pulls his head down. It's like it's a normal horror movie thing that you do. And then you look, and she starts looking at him, and he puts it back over his face, and he comes back down, and she's right there in his face. That scared the crap out of me.
Whoever did the makeup on that chick, oh, a round of applause. Holy, she was creepy as mess in that movie.
And then the clown part where he hears a noise and he goes down the hallway, and the clown is standing there looking down the hallway to the basement.
Yes.
And then he points the camera down to the basement and then comes back up and he's looking at him. Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm not really afraid of clowns, but if that happened to me, I'd throat punch that thing.
Yo, fat.
No way in heck would I just be like, oh, quit playing and think it's a friend. No, I don't care who you are. You can be my mother. I'm throat punching you. Do not do that to me.
Exactly.
I say this all the time. My hands are rated E for everyone. I'm not doing that.
I've never seen these movies.
Yeah. Oh man, they're
The Hell
so
House
good.
LLC.
They're
Yeah,
so
you definitely
good.
need to sit and watch them. They're really good. They're not like they're not scary, but they're definitely a really good sit down and watch.
Yeah, it has its moments for sure.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, the first and the third one are the best ones so far. I need to sit and watch the fourth one because doesn't the fifth one come out this year?
Yeah, they said they were making another one. I'm like, oh my god. I know me and you had a discussion about this earlier, but yeah, I can understand
milking the freaking money tree.
I can understand a fourth one being made because I mean, you know, it's based off like the main clown. It's an origin story off the main clown.
Mm-hmm.
But like a fifth one, I don't know where they would take that. Just because, like you said, after the third one, how would you make a fifth? Like going forward, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, one movie I did mention to you, B, you said you hate that movie, but in my opinion, and this is going to be a new, I guess like a little sneak peek on the podcast I've been working on. A new series I want to do is pretty much I want to do like, I guess, suggestions and recommendations to like my audience of horror movies I know and love, and you know, just movies that I can just recommend to people. But my first, I guess, iteration of the series is gonna be double features. So pretty much two movies that are not a part of the same like series. So for me, I would say a good double feature that's not part of the same series would be Hell House LLC, the first one, and then Grave Encounters. I know you said you hate that movie. I know. But that would be that to me is an insane double feature.
So okay, I have to like be honest here. I don't actually hate it. It's just some of the things in the movie just really it didn't piss me off. It just like irritated me, I guess. It reminded me it was like they were trying to be the Ghost Adventures people.
Yeah, no, that's the point. It was like a spoof of yeah, like a mockumentary.
And then like it was kind of terrifying, to be honest. Like the lady in the bathtub, the giant thing that came out of was that like a laundry chute or something?
Oh yeah.
Whatever it was, I don't know. That it really, I watched it probably too young, honestly.
You know what? That's fair.
I think that's why I have some qualms on it. But it's definitely a good watch if you want to be scared, and also a little irritated at the way that the characters kind of do things.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Because I mean, you had what, maybe like half the cast that I didn't believe in anything that was going on. And yeah, that's kind of irritating. But I just like it because that was like one of the first movies I've ever seen. I guess not one of the first, but it's one movie where it like pretty much ignores the horror trope, where it's all like, okay, like why don't they just leave then if it's like, you know, so haunted? But the way that it's set up is like you can't leave. Whatever door you go into is just gonna lead you into another hallway. Like it was like an endless maze, and it was just that's what made it terrifying because you could not leave. Like you didn't have any track of time. You didn't know if the sun was up. You didn't know if the sun was down. You didn't know how long you've been in. Like it. Nah, I'm going insane.
Yeah, exactly. And like the main character, the Zach Bagans of the group, I should say.
Yeah.
He kept sending those people out by themselves after seeing everything that was happening. Like, dude, come on, use your brain. What little brain you have, at least.
Yeah.
Don't be sending people by themselves. Like, have you not seen a horror movie? That's just not what you do.
Yeah.
Kylie, have you seen Grave Encounters?
I've tried to watch it,
Oh.
but that's always been a movie that I'm like, ooh, I want to see that, and then for some reason I've never watched.
Yeah, it's really good. I like it. I like it. I'd say like avoid the second one. You can definitely do without the second one, but the first one is definitely good.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. There was a movie. It was like found footage, and they were in a high school.
You're talking
And
about the Gallows.
the Gallows.
I hate that.
That was
I hate that I knew that.
It was decent.
It's decent, yeah. But I mean, dumb
But-
characters.
Dumb characters. I don't know. I always remember those two being next to each other on like the Netflix wheel.
Yeah.
You know, oh, we'll watch the Gallows.
So I guess another movie that kind of, I don't know, would you say ignore the horror trope? Or, I mean, technically they could have left, but it's like the first Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
Like, do you think they could have just like straight left? Well, actually, I don't think so. Because remember, they had that priest come into their house and they said that like it was going to follow you or whatever.
That's how I always think of if I ever see like a paranormal movie where they just don't leave the house.
Yeah.
In my brain I'm always like, oh, they must have tried off camera and they couldn't, so now they're back.
Yeah.
That's like the only way I can continue to watch it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I don't know. I do like movies where they show them trying to leave and then it's like they get dragged back.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
stuff just, I don't know. If
Yeah.
I lived in a horror movie, bro, I'd be pissed.
That's why, like I said, going back to Conjuring, I feel like they did it like amazing because I mean, obviously they showed them trying to, I guess, drag the mom out of there, and then you saw like all the burn marks or whatever as she was like
Yeah,
leaving the house. Yeah.
that was crazy.
So I guess what the last, I mean, unless you guys have anything else to say, but I was gonna say we could probably end this off with the Tucker and Dale like horror trope.
Yes. I would love to end it with that.
I've
That is
never
like
seen
the
that.
best movie.
What?
Kylie.
Oh yeah,
I
no, we
know.
definitely need to set up a movie night. What the
Oh, yeah.
heck?
That is it's
That
one of
movie
the
is
best movies
classic.
in the world.
I've definitely heard of it, like Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Like, do
It's
you
so
do you
good.
care if we spoil it or
I don't care.
okay?
Oh.
Yeah. So
And I'm
I
good if you want to like go ahead and go dive into that movie.
mean,
excited.
yeah, I'm good for anything, honestly.
Yeah, I never watched this.
Dang, that's crazy. But I think it's like an older movie too.
It's yeah, it's definitely up there. It's
Um,
2011, yeah.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Tucker and Dale. That movie is literally the definition of I'm gonna take every horror trope known to man, literally make fun of it, and pretty much make the whole movie about like debunking horror tropes.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much what it is, Kylie. Is there's these two very southern
Backwoods type of looking boys.
yeah.
Appalachian.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have these two dudes, and they keep to themselves, and I think they're not brothers. I think they're best friends.
Yeah, they're best friends.
And there's like these group of like teenagers I forgot what they were there for.
Well, hold on. You're missing a part. So,
Yeah, I'll let you
the
tell
two
it.
Appalachian looking boys, they actually buy they call it their vacation home. It's this like, raggedy freaking cabin in the woods, basically.
Yeah.
It looks like your stereotypical, like, if you go into this cabin, you're going to get cut up and ate by some freaking Hills Have Eyes person.
Yeah, like Evil
like.
Dead. Yeah, Hills Have Eyes. Wrong Turn. Yeah.
Yeah. But the college kids, that's what they kept calling them, was college kids.
Yeah.
They were there for like a spring break or something, I think.
That sounds
if
about
I'm
right.
remembering correctly.
Yeah.
And they were going out there to go camping. It was a group of like 1, 2, 3, like 6.
I want to say like
College
6
kids,
or
I think.
7. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, this is my favorite movie. And on their way out, so the hillbilly, I'm just gonna say it, hillbilly looking dudes, are driving a raggedy truck as well. It's just a stereotypical like horror movie trope. And the college kids they go to pass them in the beginning of the movie on the road in their like nice Escalade or whatever, and the hillbillies look over at him like, what the heck are you doing? And the kids are like, oh my god, that was so scary, like they're gonna kill us later. Plus, if you want to pick up anywhere, I'm running out here.
Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, they pretty much treat him like, any other naive, not the smartest college kids. First reactions, they always just treat them like, oh, they're dirty and all this and that. And yeah, they're going to kill me.
Yeah.
They're going to eat me, whatever. And pretty much there's one main college kid. He's like some preppy, like pretty much preppy jerk. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
He's the type of preppy where he wears 2 collared shirts and has the collar popped up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the spiky hair.
Yeah, and pretty much he has like, I guess like the hottest girlfriend or whatever. Like he's that type of dude, douchey and all that. And pretty much they just, I don't know, get killed off one by one, but like every kill is a horror trope. So it's all like, there was one kill where, well, I forgot, the college kids were, I guess, trying to kill them at one point just because of like stereotypes, I'm guessing.
Hang on, so
did they have a reason?
Yeah. In the beginning, basically, after they get to the cabin and stuff, they take their little John boat out on the lake for some night fishing.
Right.
The college kids were camping not too far from where the cabin was, so they were like going skinny dipping that night as well in the same part of the water. I don't want to call it a lake. I guess it was a lake or something.
Yeah.
And the main preppy like college guy, his girlfriend, pretty blonde, it's always a pretty blonde, and she gets up on this rock to jump into the water. She sees the
that's right. Oh my god, how could I forget that?
She thinks that they're just like being creepy and follow them there, and they're gonna like go and kill them. So she freaks out, slips and falls off the rock, hits her head and falls into the water.
Oh fuck.
So this is where the horror tropes come in.
Yeah, so the hillbillies go and save her and like get her out of the water before she drowns or dies or whatever. And they're like they are hollering at, they're like, college kids, we've got your friend, like,
Yeah.
or we just wanted to save them. They don't say that, but they're just like, we've got your friend, kind of creepily, but not trying to be creepy.
Yeah.
And the college kids just start running and screaming because they're like, oh my god, they've got, I don't remember her name, I'm just gonna say Jessica. They've
Yeah.
got Jessica. So the hillbillies are like, well, I don't know what to do with her now. We don't know where they're camping, so they took her back to their cabin.
Yeah, pretty much like the hillbillies they're very nonchalant, you know. Like I said, they're the ones to like mind their own business. You know, just live their lives, you know what I mean? But yeah, I forgot that's what happens, and that would pretty much antagonizes like the college kids to, you know, try to do what they do. But yeah, like I said, they just get killed off one by one. Like there was this one kill where I think one dude has a knife and then tries to like dive at one of the hillbillies and ends up in a wood chipper. But then one of the hillbillies tries to like pull his body, like
Pull
pretty
him
much,
out.
yeah, his like face first, like half of his body's already gone. But he like the hillbilly
God,
tries to, yeah, the hillbilly tries to like take his legs and, you know, try to like save him. But the other college kids like sees him holding like their friend's legs in the wood chipper. So they see it as like, oh, well, he's killing the dude in the wood chipper. Like, it's
Oh my God.
crazy.
That is wild. I'm
That
gonna have to
movie
watch.
is hilarious.
It is the best movie ever made. Honestly, I love it.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to watch that. Hi, Lila May. I know.
I think the kill that really got me the most was Dale was out with he was trying to cut up some logs with a chainsaw, and he cuts through this one log that has a giant beehive in it.
Oh, yeah.
And the bees start chasing after him. So he's got the chainsaw in his hand and he's swinging it around because the bees are coming after him, and he takes off running into the woods. And one of the college kids just so happened to be in the woods, and they thought that he was coming after them.
Yeah.
So he takes off running too. And then the kid looks back to see Dale kind of running beside him instead of like behind him. And he gets impaled by like a broken tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just run around killing themselves, honestly.
They do. It's so funny. That movie
It's
is
amazing.
Yeah, that movie's goated. Like for horror
Yeah, I'll have to watch
comedies,
that.
it's definitely up there with Shaun of the Dead for me.
Mm-hmm.
Shaun of the Dead is so good.
Yeah.
I love Shaun of the Dead.
Oh man.
I think those are two of my favorite movies of all time: is Shaun of the Dead and Tucker and Dale.
That is fair. But I feel like Shaun of the Dead, I think that ending is just too legendary. Because like, who wouldn't do that for their best friend?
No, for real. That's if you're not doing that for your best friend, you ain't best friends.
Yeah, like you may be a zombie, but no, we're gonna keep gaming. Like, you know,
We
here's your
for-
controller. We're gonna keep playing.
And the fact that he had that much like sort of brain left that he was able to somewhat be cognitive to play the video game.
Right.
It's amazing.
I just love that they like enslaved the zombies and made them work. I was like, what the fuck?
It's
That was insane.
it's literally just Fido.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mentioned that movie before.
Oh, that shit was so funny. I was
Yeah.
like, how did you? I mean, it makes sense though to do that. But then, like, people are gonna start fighting about zombie rights.
Yeah.
And,
They're human too.
oh, literally, like, okay, let me go. You'll die.
Let him go. Yeah. See what happens.
Oh my gosh, great.
Have zombies in a zoo.
That's insane.
That is insane.
You guys want to go see Uncle Fred? He's at the zoo.
It's
Oh
like
yeah.
Tusk.
I was just gonna say that too.
My God,
Oh my-
that's
That movie.
still. I'm not watching that movie.
Yes, I have a friend, and surprisingly, that movie is under A24, which is crazy to me. But I have a friend who wants to like watch all the A24 movies and I guess like rank them or whatever. And I was like, "Are you gonna watch Tusk?" And she was like, "I don't know about that movie." And then I was telling her, I was like, "That movie is like obviously besides all the walrus stuff, that movie is like really messed up because of the whole like the best friend is cheating on the main character with the girlfriend. Wait, did I say that right?
The main character is out cheating on his girlfriend all the time, and so the
Yeah,
girlfriend and the co-podcaster start sleeping together.
yeah.
And the most messed up part of
Is
that
that
movie is
ending?
they could have saved him.
Yeah.
He literally called them, but they were messing around and didn't see their phone.
But even worse than that is like the ending is like,
They go to see him together.
but like they put
But
him in
like,
the zoo first. Like that's messed up.
yeah, that movie was all kinds of messed up.
Like if that was me as a walrus, I'm all like, nah, just, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. I ain't no way I'm gonna live the rest of my life as a walrus.
No, for real, eating like raw fish and shit.
Mm,
That
God.
like, I don't know. I want to watch that dog movie.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that I think in one of the podcasts.
Yeah, I still need to watch it. Nobody wants to watch it with me.
Yeah, good luck
They're
with
like,
that one.
"You want to watch this?" I'm like, come on.
All right, guys, that'll end this podcast episode. Thank you so much for watching. By the way, this is B, and you can find me on literally anywhere at BadgerB0614.
My name is Kylie. You can find me on all social media as it's Kylie Ashley.
And I'm Flawless Mistake. Thank you for watching this week's episode of the No Budget Randomonium podcast. If you enjoyed, make sure to give it a like. If you want to see more, make sure you subscribe. And until next time, stay spooky, my friends.